Hackathon just started, and I want to give you guys a leg up. I'm going to show you how to hack this hackathon by standing up your entire backend stack, LLMs, RAG, the world's best memory in minutes. Because you only got 24 hours. Every one of those that you spend knee-deep in LangChain or gluing code together is an hour somebody's spending on the demo, polishing the UI, or like a really awesome story. So we're not going to do any of that. The fine folks at Backboard made this stupid simple setup where you can spin your entire backend stack with memory right from their website. I'm going to show you exactly how to use it. Let's just jump in. So walking through this just like you guys would see it, starting from scratch, we're going to sign up for a Backboard account if you don't already have one. I'm going to sign in. Then we need our API key. That'll be on the left-hand side here. Manage API keys. Boop. Create new key. I already got one. But if you don't, it'll pop up with your API key. Copy that, save it somewhere safe because we're going to use that moving forward. We're going to move over to the API documentation on the left-hand side and just put the API key here in the authentication header. Boop. It's actually kind of amazing. They built like a mini Postman in their API doc so you can test it all out. Also, whatever you're working in, like language-wise, they've got it all here, all the different formatting. I'm going to stick with HTTP because it's easy, really fast, but now we're good. It actually populates all of that in these different test windows, right? API keys there. Fantastic. So with the quick start guide, it tells you exactly what you need to do. Create a specialized assistant with custom instructions, document access, and tool capabilities. Awesome. Okay, so step 1 is create the assistant. Step 2 is create a thread. Step 3 is talk to it. Really, really simple. So let's get started, shall we? Go to assistants, create new assistants, post request. Okay, we've got the formatting and all that stuff here. Let's go to test request. Got our API key right there. Fantastic. Then this is your full JSON body. It's got a lot of different parameters that you may or may not need. You can change embeddings, add tools, all that stuff. I'm not going to use that for now, so I'm going to send it as simply as I can. Just get rid of that. So all we really need to create an assistant is the name and description. So name is just that, the name, and description is your system prompt. So I'm going to call this fella Ragnar. Had that in my back pocket. And the description, the system prompt can be as simple as you want it. We can always go back and update it later, but it's going to be like, you are a helpful assistant. Tell a joke. Perfect. Send request. Boop. Now we have our assistant ID. So this is where Ragnar is living. So we're using OpenAI for embeddings. That's fantastic. Ragnar is a helpful assistant that loves to tell jokes. Fantastic. So I'm going to steal this assistant ID and we're going to go and make a thread for that fella. Boop. On the left-hand side, go create thread for assistant. Go to test request. Then we're just going to punch in that parameter right there. And everything else we need is here. JSON body's already filled in. You don't send anything for the thread. And 200. Amazing. Thread ID. Bang. So now we can actually message this fella, but I mean, he's out there, he's doing stuff, but he's not really all that helpful until we train him up. So let's do that. Let's give him some documents to learn from. And we go down here to upload document to assistant, test request. Perfect. So API key still there. We're going to add the assistant ID right here. Fantastic. Go down and we're going to just start uploading the files one at a time. File. Cool. Let's upload these. Beep. Getting smarter by the second. Lovely. Great. If it doesn't pop up like this, just make sure that you're in the right view, right? I'll just go over to all so we can make sure we're seeing everything. Perfect. We'll send that request off. 200. Yeah, buddy. So these are taking a minute to upload, vectorize, all that kind of thing. So another cool thing is you can actually move around this like mini Postman they built out here on the left-hand side. So while those documents are uploading, I'm going to make sure Ragnar knows exactly what to do. Okay. We're going to update the assistant with a brand new system prompt. Going over here and just make sure we move over to all. Boop. And here we go. Great. So just like before, API key is already there. We're going to make sure we know exactly which assistant we're talking to. So I'm going to give Ragnar his new instructions for our hackathon project. Going in here, remember that this is being sent within the JSON body. So whatever you do, make sure that the text that you're typing out there is properly escaped. I'm going to get rid of the stuff I don't need again. And we're going to send our request. Oh, trailing comma. Boop. Cool. 200. Okay, watch the trailing commas. You are Ragnar, the Hackathon concierge. Okay, so those documents are probably done uploading by now. So let's go over and check that status. Go get document ID. We're going to take that from before. Where are we? Upload documents. It's right here. We'll just copy that. Move it over. Get document status. Boop. Let's go like this. Accept. Fantastic. Okay, assistant indexed. Excellent. So we are successful in uploading these documents. Successfully processed and indexed. Everything is going great. We've got our system prompt. We've got our RAG documents indexed on the thing. Now we can actually message this sucker. Add a message to thread. Thread ID right here. Bang. Content. Let's start with something easy. Let's go with, hey, what's your name? I'm Ragnar, the Hackathon concierge. Okay, let's ask it a question about something we uploaded just to make sure we're good. What's the second place prize for our hackathon? Second place prize, $1,500 plus sponsor credit. Woo! That is exactly what it said. Check it out. So Ragnar's trained, Ragnar's ready to go. We can actually change which model we're speaking to as well. I don't know if you saw here, but we're talking to GPT-4o. We can change that to whatever we want. Let's say we want to talk to Claude or Grok or whatever, okay? Let's go over the models and see what they got and pick our poison. I'm a big fan of Anthropic. I'm going to go with Claude Sonnet 4.5. Sonnet 4.5. Fantastic. Open router. Fantastic. So let's steal this guy. This is the model. Going over here. Boop. Model name and model provider. Bam. Okay. So now it's going to be talking to Claude. Honestly ridiculous how easy that is. My goodness. Okay. So second place wins, same answer, everything's cool without changing the model. It's got memory enabled. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna steal this thread ID so I can talk to this guy elsewhere. I'm gonna bounce over to VS Code, which I've got here. Beep. Just gonna punch in the thread ID like so. So now we know we're talking to the right guy. Going down over here, let's go, what's your name? Talk to me, Ragnar. Send request, making sure we're getting the right. There we go, here's our response. Coming back. I'm Ragnar, the Hackathon concierge. Let's make magic happen. Sweet. So let's get to the bones of it. All right, Ragnar, how would you win the hackathon? Here are some project ideas. Great. So that took like 5 minutes. We've got a RAG-enabled backend with persistent memory where we can hot swap models for whatever suits our needs. Amazing. So I'm gonna keep building. I'm gonna use Ragnar here as kind of a co-pilot while I go through my hackathon build, and I'll see you back here in a second. Okay, check this out. We're back and I'm really excited about this. Our little hackathon buddy's alive. We've got our very own RAG-enabled Ragnar co-pilot that we can talk to while we build out the rest of the hackathon. I can even ask it something silly like, how do I win the hackathon, right? And we can talk to this fellow while we're building out the rest of it, keep it pinned to the side here, and it stays in context, has session memory, like it's not losing any of the information going back and forth. It's actually amazing. I think the bigger win here is just how fast I was able to spin up something hyper task specific with a really robust backend, and it's no time at all, right? So I cannot wait to see what you guys build out with this. I know some of these are going to blow my mind 100%. So to get started, go to backboard.io. They've got everything you need right on the website, and we'll catch you in the next one.